The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
Y'all, Katt Williams has done it again, exposing Steve Harvey for copying Mark Curry's comedy. And, well, there was a little more shade that came after that. First off, Katt is pretty much right. He was not the first person to point out the shocking similarities between Mark Curry's sketches and Steve Harvey's much more recent ones.
Halloween was a trip. Halloween, we couldn't afford no Halloween costumes. Hey, kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were.
I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell us. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know.
You've heard me say that every Halloween I had the same outfit on. Every year. I just had a brown box. I wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. And it was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
Mark himself was asked in an interview about the growing feud between the two. Mark did not throw much shade on his comedian counterpart, but he did say that Steve copied his material.
I picked him.
Okay, so tell me
He
about
never
this.
said thank you.
So what's up with you and Steve, man?
Ain't nothing with me. Well, Steve stole my material on his show, so I had a beef on that.
On what show?
When he was on the bullshit talk show he had, and he did all my Halloween material one Halloween. I'm watching, somebody called me and said, man, homeboy doing your material. So he did my whole Halloween run. And I know he didn't think of it. You know, this is true stuff that really happened to me. And so my thing is, you don't have to do that, homeboy.
Right.
So, you know, motherfucker, you made enough money, bitch ass. You know?
Wow.
You made
Mark pointed out that Steve's fans defended him, saying he didn't know Mark's material before he made his own. But honestly, what are the odds of two comedians having the same childhood experiences? Because you see, Mark actually did go through the episodes he described in his Halloween special. Steve didn't. Why couldn't he use his own personal experiences as the backbone of his comedy act?
Right. You know, what's that about? You know, and then, you know, people want to jump up, oh, he didn't know, he didn't steal your... So yes, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so, you know, and so that there's no need to do, no one else has did that.
Mark said there were other comedians in the past who stole his material, but Steve was the most annoying by far. Why?
Keep doing it then.
Because he made it. He's there. He's on national TV. You paid. You did your thing. You try to either you fucking with me, or you disrespecting me, or you know. I don't understand that. You taking.
That's where Katt Williams comes in. On Club Shay Shay, Katt went all the way explaining why Steve Harvey was wrong in stealing Mark Curry's act. In his usual precious, funny way, Katt accused Steve of stealing Mark's entire Halloween show.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
Then, he pointed out exactly the same thing as Mark Curry himself did.
And then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business, and it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a...
Yep. Steve Harvey made it big, then took the high horse, but he never spoke of the ugly things he did to get to the top. And here's the thing. Stealing Mark Curry's stand-up routine is far from the only controversial thing about Steve Harvey. Think about his close friendship with Bill Cosby. Wait, what? Yep, you heard right. Not only are they friends, but Steve continues to defend Cosby even years after the shocking revelations. Bill Cosby was charged with several horrific SA cases. After 2014, more than 50 women came forward claiming things too rough to begin to describe here. And yet Steve Harvey said, "I haven't talked to him in a few months, but when I'm your friend, I'm your friend." When I heard all the trouble he was in, I called and asked him how he was doing. You know what he says to me? "Hey man, I appreciate you calling, but just stay away from me right now. You don't need none of this on you. That's an amazing thing for a guy to say. He never said he would look into the allegations against Bill, and he never seemed to retract his statement when so many of the charges proved real. Then, there's the time Steve Harvey refused to pay for his private jet alterations after ordering $400,000 worth of them. And of course, the countless cheating episodes on several of his partners. In addition to unpaid child support for Marcia and their children, it was also reported that Harvey began living with his future wife, Mary Shackelford. Before the divorce was settled, he and Mary tied the knot in 1996, welcoming one son and later divorced in 2005. Since their split, Shackelford has alleged that Harvey stepped out on her with his current wife, Marjorie. It's just not cool, Steve. But Katt was not done on Club Shay Shay with just 1 or 2 accusations against Steve. He went on to say that he even stole his personal story.
When people, he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show.
Some more inconsistencies, if we can call them that.
Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her, then you went and married somebody else that think like a man.
Katt dragged Steve Harvey for 10 whole minutes. The Shade Room summed it all up with an Instagram post. And yeah, he said he looks like Mr. Potato Head too. But the gist of it was something else. And it's problematic. Steve Harvey is not genuine. He is not a genuine person, and he is not a genuine comedian. And if he wants to win back his community, he better up his game.